Starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Hello, everyone. I'm Karis. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is your astrology cosmic superpower for the week beginning Sunday, September 10th through Saturday, September 16th, 2023. Let's journey together with astrology and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week ahead. Now we're starting off the week with the moon moving into the sign of fixed fire Leo. Leo, which rules the heart, the desire, the need as we are beginning the week is to just run off with the passions, to lose all sense of reason, and to seduce and be seduced. The moon in Leo is very romantic. It's fire, it's fixed fire, it's passion and excitement and eros. Now, along with the moon entering the sign of Leo, we are approaching the dark balsamic moon phase. The moon is decreasing in light as we are approaching the new moon in Virgo coming up. So on Sunday, September 10th, this seductive influence is very, very strong. It's playing on the heart and the will. Leo is the sign of the spine, the willpower. The passions are running very strong. And Venus is now direct, the love planet, and we have Venus direct in Leo. Monday, September 11th, we have the moon in Leo making a sextile aspect to Mars in its detriment in the sign of Libra. The moon in Leo makes a conjunction to Venus in Leo. Now, this is a waning moon conjunct Venus, not a new moon conjunct Venus, a waning. Light is decreasing. And what this means, the cosmic superpower here, is to release, reflect on what is needing to go at this time in the area of a love, a bad romance, which is certainly what that Venus retrograde was about in Leo over the summer. A bad romance, a negative love affair that needs to be released at this time. Yet at the same time, with the moon in Leo, it's let's just run off and do something foolish. Also on September 11th, we've got the sun in Virgo making an inconjunct and Antisha to Chiron in Aries. The moon in Leo also makes a square to Jupiter in Taurus, ruled by Venus. This is going way over the top with the passions. Again, it's connected to the moon in Leo and the moon conjunct Venus in Leo. The moon in Leo also makes a fire trine to Chiron, the wounded healer, in Aries. Moon trine Chiron in fire is your sense of identity and self and standing strong in who and what you are. Aries says, I am, even though the moon is wanting to seduce and be seduced as we start off the week. Tuesday, September 12th, we've got the moon in Leo making a square to Uranus in Taurus. This can be the sudden, abrupt wake-up call that needs to happen. Uranus is disruptive. It unexpectedly ends things. And this is certainly needed at this time with the way the cosmic powers have been as we've started off the week. The moon in Leo makes an inconjunct to Neptune in Pisces. Now the inconjunct is trying to make something fit that just won't adapt and adjust. So the moon in Leo, which is very strong in the passions, is trying to make adjustments to fit Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces being very wishy-washy, nebulous, mysterious. It's not clear in the emotions. This is a no. The moon in Leo makes an inconjunct to Pluto in Capricorn. This is the wake-up call in the sense of what are the blocks? Pluto in Capricorn, what are the blocks, the fears that are stopping you, perhaps being used as an excuse from moving forward. Later on in the day, on the 12th, we have the moon entering cool earth scientific Virgo. So the moon now is in the dark balsamic, meaning we are right before the time of the new moon. And when we are in dark balsamic, this inner reflective phase of the moon in Virgo, getting ready to line up with the sun, is saying, trust your gut instinct. Virgo rules over the digestive tract, the part of the body that is saying your own gut instinct always gives you clarity. Trust it. And with the moon in Virgo in reflective, deep balsamic, what you've been seduced by, what you've been desiring as an addiction, as we started off the week, the moon in Virgo is saying clear that out at this time, because we are preparing for new moon in Virgo time, which is when we are off and running, taking the new action. But we have to let go of the seduction, the addiction that potentially possesses us. It feels so good in the beginning, but then it has a grip on us, a hold on us that takes us off course. Wednesday, September 13th, we have the moon in Virgo making an opposition aspect to Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Now, Saturn in Pisces is you can make your dreams come true, but Saturn is with the reality of what does it take? What is the work? What are the addictions that need to be given up to do the work and make and manifest the reality of your dream? Then on Wednesday, September 13th, the moon in Virgo makes a conjunction to Mercury retrograde in Virgo. Now, the moon conjunct Mercury is listen to the language. This is Mercury. Listen to the language of what Mercury retrograde in Virgo is trying to communicate with you. Think back to a time when, and this could be anything, but think back to a time when your own intuition and gut instinct was telling you no, something didn't feel right, something was wrong, and you knew it, but you didn't perhaps listen to it. And what kind of trouble did that get you into? Moon conjunct Mercury retrograde is don't try to analyze it so much as that you just trust it and trust the feeling. It could have been something that put you on the path or brought you down a road of something that affected your health in a negative way. Thursday, September 14th, we have the new moon at 21 degrees Virgo. This new moon is a cazimi in the heart of the sun new moon. 21 degrees Virgo brings in a Taurus influence. It's the third decanate, the third division of Virgo. Taurus is patience, it's common sense, it's something that is meant to last, something that you want to build over time. And when we look at the stage of development that corresponds to the sign of Virgo, we are corresponding to the time in our development, Virgo time, which is about developing self-reliance. Leo is the rebellious teenager that has to find their own sense of self and self-worth. The sign after Virgo is Libra, which is now it's time to share and compromise. Libra, marriage, partnership. But when we are in the Virgo stage of development, this is the stage of development in life that is about self-reliance. This is the age, typically, the stage when we leave home, get our first job, perhaps go off to college, and we have to learn how to take care of ourselves. There's no more having the parents pay the bills and having the parents fix the oil change or the flat tire. Virgo is connected to all the things that work for us and should be working smoothly. We get that first basic job, we learn how to be on time, how to balance a paycheck, how to pay bills, how to take orders from the boss, all of that kind of thing that empowers us in the sense of I can take care of myself. I'm independent and self-reliant. And so this new moon in Virgo, no matter what your age is or where you are in life, this new moon in Virgo is about not procrastinating, not putting things off, and taking stock of everything in your life that should be running smoothly. Your car, your computers, the job, your health, exercise, working out, your body, of course, should be running smoothly and strong. When we procrastinate, which is the influence of the Taurus influence, I'll get to it later. When we bring in the third decanate and a tendency to put things off, then a small thing that needed to be fixed can turn into a huge thing. For instance, one of my clients was driving around without her registration renewed, and she easily could have had it done, had the money, of course, and all of that. But she's driving around not having renewed the registration and constantly looking through the rear view mirror to see if there was a police car approaching, because that can become a very big deal to have your car towed and what it costs to have the car coming out of being towed and the registration and all of that. That one thing where it's take care of it on time so it doesn't turn into a big thing later is just one little example of what this new moon in Virgo is about. So if you know that your car needed to be checked, and Mercury Virgo rules over transportation, cars, and driving, or whatever it may be, all of the things that make your life run smoothly and you take care of them yourself. I have read for some big time celebrities that are superb at the one thing that they do, but when it comes to how to load up a load of laundry, use an ATM card, the very simple basic things of life that they never learned how to do. If and when it comes down to, well, you have to do that for yourself, they don't know how. So this new moon in Virgo is across the board in your life. What are the things that you need to have not only running effectively, but is there some basic skill that brings you more empowerment and self-reliance that you need to learn how to do? I just talked to a client yesterday that has never learned how to drive. He's from New York, lives in LA, has never learned how to drive. That is a basic skill if you live in a place like Los Angeles and you don't know how to drive. That is a hindrance, and then some, to a lifestyle where you should be more self-reliant. A basic thing like that. So take a look at this in your life, because when you are self-reliant and you have learned and mastered the stage of development that Virgo corresponds to, and you have that self-reliance, not only does it empower you, but then you move from the basic job that tends to teach you those basic skills. Then you can move forward to the career, to the work that for you is a love, it's devotion. Imagine getting a dream career that you love, but you never learned the basic self-reliant skills of life. And think about how that could affect you in a negative way. So new moon in Virgo in the heart of the sun, which means the moon, what you need, is lit up. It's in the heart of the sun. And how much you need to do the work, to shine your light, doing the work that you were born to do. Friday, September 15th, Venus's day, Mercury stations direct. So Mercury stationing direct in its domicile and exaltation in the sign of Virgo. It's moving forward. It moves up to speed after it gets out of its shadow storm cycle on September 19th. So at least Mercury is moving direct now. We have two personal planets close to us, Venus and Mercury, moving forward. This is good news indeed. Also on Friday the 15th, the moon enters the sign of Libra, ruled by Venus. Now, the moon in Venus makes an inconjunct in Tisha to Saturn in Pisces. This is bringing in the relationships that you enjoy, that make you happy, where you can be of the same mindset, the same group set as far as initiating and making your dreams come true. So the moon in Libra, Libra's cardinal, wants to get something started. And it wants to get something started in the area of dreams, imagination, your vision with other people. This is the Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Then the sun in Virgo makes an Earth trine flow to Uranus in Taurus, ruled by Venus. And the sun trine Uranus can bring in the brilliance, the insights, the innovation, and the inventions of something that is unique and different with whatever you are working on with a group of like-minded people that love to create together. Saturday, September 16th. How sweet this is, because we've got the moon in social, people-loving Libra, making a conjunction to Mars in Libra, now in its detriment. Moon in Libra then makes a sextile aspect to Venus in Leo, Libra's ruler. So this is the excitement, the blending of air and fire, of let's move forward and create and make love and beautiful things. Then Venus makes a square to Jupiter in Taurus. Now Venus and Jupiter, the greater and lesser benefics, they're the goodies. They want to bring good things. A square aspect says, yes, let's take action. Let's move forward. This is so romantic. So ask that person out. Give them a call, take the action, move forward with love at this time in the area of romance. Don't be afraid of the square, because this is a positive square. It's tying in the greater and lesser benefics in astrology, Venus and Jupiter. So go for it. Moon in Libra then makes an opposition to Chiron in Aries. This is the last aspect of the week. The moon in Libra, which is the need for people and connection and love, making that opposition to Chiron in Aries. Chiron being the wounded healer that needs to heal. Do not let pride and ego stop you, separate you. This is the separation, the opposition, separate you from the connection that you want and need. So this is ending up the week, Saturday, so romantically. The potential is there, but you've got to make the move with that square aspect, which prompts us to take action. Don't let pride stand in the way of the pursuing of love. So this week overall starts off with this seductive feel of so wanting to just run away and lose all reason. And then as we get to midweek and the new moon in Virgo, this is the being connected to developing self-reliance to do the work that you are born to do. Also, with all of the Libra and Venus, another thing to take a look at is sugar, because the aspects this week with Jupiter retrograde in Taurus is to go over if you have an addiction to sugar and the effect that sugar has on your health. Again, this week, we want the sweet stuff. And the sugar, it can feel so good in the moment, but if you've ever taken time off, if you've ever taken a break from eating sugar, you can feel distinctly in your body what sugar does to your system, your moods, your stomach, the gut area, which is Virgo, and how it affects the health. There's the obvious sugar, and then there are the hidden sugars in so many things that we have, that we eat. So what is a seduction, a desire of yours that potentially can become something that possesses you? No matter what your chart says, your personal chart, also take a look at how you handle sugar in your life, if this applies to you. But this is one of the main themes that I always cover during the week, during the Voice of Astrology podcast. So have a fabulous week. Enjoy. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in the stars. Thank you.